Hi ladies, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Aisha. I'm a certified trauma-informed coach and manifestation guide. And today's video is going to be actually from a community poll. So if you're new or newer to my channel, if you go to my channel page and go to the community tab, every month I host a poll that gives you 4 options to vote for the video I will be making the following month. So this is the second place winner for the August poll. The first place winner was dealing with 3D circumstances, and this one is how to overcome limiting beliefs. I do have a couple other videos on this channel for limiting beliefs if you want to check those out after watching this one. This one I'm just gonna give you a really in-depth perspective of what limiting beliefs are and why they exist and how to actually overcome them. Not just acknowledge them or feel like you're struggling with them, but how to get rid of them completely. I do want to thank everybody who is subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this. I feel very passionate about manifestation and spirituality. I love teaching topics on mindset and psychology, and I feel very inspired and empowered to help you build success and confidence in your life. Helping women that are much like myself in similar circumstances to overcome them is something I'm so grateful for, and I feel very fulfilled in the work that I do. So thank you so much for being here today. Now, limiting beliefs, okay? I'm going to use this glass as an analogy just because it's right here. So this glass has a limit. It has a capacity. It has a number of fluid ounces it can hold. And once it hits that capacity, there's just no more room. There's no possibility for you to put any more water or beverage or any type of liquid or solid for that matter into that glass. It has a capacity. You are just like that glass. I am just like that glass. We all have a limitation. And the irony is we're the ones placing that limitation on ourselves. Now, in another video that I covered, what is the topic? This is my 4th video of the day. My brain's a little scrambled now. But on the last video before this one, outside of the challenge video, I covered the idea of our book is already written. And so, what I mean by that is like your limitations in life have already been decided for you. So if you are short, you just can't do tall people things. If you are tall, you can't do short people things. Obviously, if you're somewhere in the middle, you might be able to do both. But we do have a physical limitation. So the same way this glass has a physical limitation, it's physically limited to its proportions. There is a limitation that we all cannot deny. However, beyond the physical bodies that we live in, we have a limitless pool to choose from. We have so many versions of reality that we get to choose from. And the other limitation that we're kind of inherently born with is the family that we're born into and our personality. So yes, you can change and evolve as a human being, but there are certain traits that are in your DNA and in your programming that just won't change. They make you who you are. You were born to be who you are. You are meant and designed, divinely created to be who you are. So those personality traits just aren't going to change because you were made on purpose. You were created on purpose. Consciousness chose to live as you on purpose, and there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to fix that. So you're not really limited by it. You just are you, and I'm me, and we're we, and we all have those individual qualities that are there for a reason. So I don't want you to see that as a limitation. And when we understand this, when we understand that we're the ones choosing our capacity, you get to decide how much money you can hold in your life, how much money you feel safe holding in your life. You choose how much money you feel worthy of earning. You get to choose how much money comes to you and how much money stays with you and what money does for you. That's your belief. That's your capacity. You get to choose how much love and affection you receive from other people. You get to choose how much love you are worthy of receiving, the quality of love you are worthy of receiving, and what kind of love comes to you in this world. You're the one who puts the limit on that. You are the one who gets to choose what is an option available to you. I choose sports as a career is not an option for me. It's just not. It never will be. I'm not interested in it, and I don't really care that it's not an option for me because I don't have that desire. So I don't even see that as a limitation. Calling things a limiting belief is a perspective that often is going to harm you in the long run, and yet sometimes we have to use that vernacular to express what we're talking about actually. So let me concisely define a limiting belief. A limiting belief is any belief that is impeding you from achieving something. So I believe I am not athletic enough to be a professional athlete. I believe that I am not slim enough to be a catwalk supermodel. I believe that I am not smart enough to be a rocket scientist. Not that I couldn't get smart enough or gain the intelligence, but as of right now, those are my limiting beliefs about me, and I'm at peace with those, to be honest. I don't really care to be an athlete, I don't care to be a catwalk supermodel, and I don't care to be a rocket scientist. But those are beliefs that are limiting me from achieving those things. That's my limit. I don't go past that limit. I don't put effort into going to achieve those things because I've already decided I have a limit there. And this is where limiting beliefs will be your Achilles heel. They'll be your downfall, because if you believe you can only make $30,000 a year, you can only accept that much abundance into your life, you're only worthy of accepting $30,000, you're putting that cap on you. The universe is not there telling you, oh, you can't make that money. I know your parents aren't telling you can't make more money. Your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, they're not telling you you're not allowed to make more money than that. Your subconscious mind is telling you you can only make that much money. That's the reality you've chosen for yourself. That's the limit you have placed on yourself. And this applies to everything. We all have these invisible boundaries. We all have these invisible limits that cap our ability to become a certain version of ourselves, to achieve a certain outcome that comes ultimately from that version of ourselves. So if you feel limited, if you feel blocked, if you feel like I can't welcome in more than this, there's always a root underneath that. It's not the belief that stops you, it's what that belief means to you that stops you. So when I was growing up, I come from a family that's like lower middle class. We didn't take too many vacations. We didn't live in the nice houses, like the nicest houses. I lived in an apartment most of my life. We didn't live in like the most expensive neighborhoods. We didn't eat the best quality foods, but we were all right. My needs were always met. I mean, that's debatable, but for the sake of this video, at least my physical needs were always met. Most of my health needs were met. Most of my emotional needs were met. Most of my spiritual needs were met to some extent. And so when I stepped into adulthood, I only had that level of reality that existed for me. I could only think to that level. I could only dream to that level. I could only aspire to that level. And it wasn't until I started to work on my spiritual development that I realized, oh, that's just a belief that's been limiting me. How do I get that out of the way? How do I stop thinking that way? And here is where it gets tricky. Here's where a lot of people get defeated in the process of letting their limiting beliefs run the show and not feeling like they can conquer them, is those beliefs are so real to you. They're so real to you. They matter to you. They have either kept you safe or you've just never had the opportunity to question them before because that was your default programming from your upbringing. So the first thing to do is like question, why do I believe that? You know, when I started to notice and when I started to learn about money and like wealth building and changing your money mindset, one of the first things I learned is like, stop saying you're broke. Just stop it. If you're trying to manifest money, stop saying you're broke. You're not broke. Broke means broken, and you're not broken. If you're broken, that means you got to fix yourself. And if you got to fix yourself, that means you're a problem. That's not the mindset to have. The mindset you want to have in manifestation is, it's already done. I'm already who I need to be this wealthy person. So we got to stop saying that. And I had to ask myself, why do I even believe that? Oh, I believe it because this is the limit. This is the capacity my childhood and my parents gave to me. I inherited it. It wasn't my own belief. And so if that belief was given to me by somebody else, if that belief was only there because of my past experience, why do I have to hold on to that? Why do I have to give that my power? The truth is, you don't. So that's how you really conquer those beliefs that are limiting you. You don't give it your power anymore. You say, I'm not believing that anymore. That belief does not serve me anymore. Whatever I believe, if I believe I'm not good enough, that's not a belief that serves me. If I believe I'm not pretty enough, that is not a belief that serves me. If I believe I'm not smart enough, that is not a belief that serves me. So why am I believing it? And if you ask yourself why, honestly, you'll find an answer. It might not be like a really quick, like snappy answer. You might actually have to meditate on it, or pray about it, or journal about it, or like really just sit with yourself and question, like, why do I believe this about myself? Where did this belief come from? Who told me this? Did I read this in a book? Did I learn it from a teacher or a class I took? Did I pick this up in my childhood just watching my parents talk about this topic? And the more you get to the root of it, the more you can understand what the actual belief is. Because a lot of times, if you equate money with security, right? What you're saying is, I'm not worth this level of security. If you equate love with worthiness, what you're saying is, I'm not worth this much. And so the limiting belief underneath it is a root cause that says, I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy enough. However you want to, it's almost always a worthiness, a value issue. And once you understand that, then you can decide, oh, okay, well, that's just not going to do. We're not going to do that anymore. We're not going to keep pushing that button. It's like if you go to a vending machine and you really want a Sprite, but you're pushing the Coke button, you're never going to get a Sprite pushing the Coke button. If you are trying to manifest money and you keep pushing the I'm broke button, you're never going to manifest that you're getting your riches, whatever, how much wealth you want. It's not going to work. So stop pushing that limiting belief button and start pushing the opposite button, which is, I have what I want already. I am who I want to be already. I have my desire already. I'm not limited by whatever society says, my family says, whatever I used to believe doesn't limit me. I'm the one in control. I'm in the driver's seat, and I'm pushing this button that I want. This is what I want. And you just keep pushing the button. This is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. But instead of saying, this is what I want, you just want to say, I already have this. I already am this. And when it comes to tackling those beliefs, the key is knowing you are more powerful. Those beliefs came from somewhere, or they came from you and you held on to them. So all you have to do is let them go. Let go of that belief. Thank it for serving you. It got you this far in life. It did its job, but its job is done. And now you get to become a new person. You get to adopt a new set of beliefs. You get to dream with the lid off, as Mel Robbins says it, which is just to expand your capacity for desire. To look at the world with a fresh vision and say, like, actually, I think I deserve more. Actually, I can do better than this. Actually, I want more than this, and I'm going to figure out how to get more of this. And put yourself on a track where you feel unlimited. Do things that make you feel unconfined. Do things that make you feel free and abundant, and cherish those moments and seek to create more of those. And little by little, the limiting beliefs will feel smaller and smaller and smaller until they are so minuscule and infinitesimally tiny in your existence that they're so easy to just get rid of completely. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate everybody who voted in the poll. If you'd like to be updated on when we have like new videos come out for those, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and touch the bell icon, and that way you'll be notified when I do these monthly videos. I really love that we have this interaction now where I can create engagement for you. You feel like you're participating in the channel. Your most burning questions are getting answered, and it's just a way for me to create more targeted value for you. So thank you again to everybody who participated. Thank you to all of my subscribers, and thank you to everyone watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.